Good morning, guys. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Hope we're all doing well. What's cooking? Apart from DWAC. Some crazy action going on today, guys. It's gonna be mental today, I believe. This is gonna bring a lot of other plays as well on the side. One of which I think is probably PHUN. As you can see already, going crazy. We're talking about from 150 to only 8. That's it. Not much. Right? So, yeah. Crazy day I think today is going to be. So, keep an eye. These ones, DWAC, you know, you cannot say that this is the top or this is the reversal point. You just can't. With this one, I'm thinking, 100 might be a very crucial level, or just before 100. But still, man, I mean, we're talking from what can I say about this? Yesterday's level of 13. In fact, as low as 10s, and now we're talking about 100 today. It's been a long time since I actually said this. It's been forever since something like this ran. I remember one. I can't remember the name of the symbol. I think it was Infi. Was it Infi? But that took quite a few days, I believe. So, crazy. What can I say? Mental. Just crazy. Can't make sense of it. So that's what we have. I just don't know what to say on this DWAC. It's just craziness. Apart from that, PHUN is the sympathy play for it, I believe. I might be wrong on that, but if that's the case, then you might want to match DWAC with this. So that's pretty much it for the PHUN. CRTD just gapped up quite a bit, but then rejected badly. So not a very good sign for it. From 8s, it's already trading now for around close to 5s. So I'm still keeping an eye on it, just in case if it decides to. Lately, what I've been seeing is these gappers will try to fade off, and then it start popping as well. So we'll see if it starts to pop. There it goes, 100 hit DWAC, boom. Right? This is just crazy, guys. Like. Yeah, lottery, in fact, easily. Yeah, I want to borrow one as well. I feel, I don't usually FOMO that much, but I feel so much FOMO with DWAC. It's just crazy because the thing is, it's just, I had a plan on it. That's the problem. I had a plan and I was watching this 13 level. And this 12 50s and 13 levels, and it broke it very strongly and then came back to that zone actually. So that's really bad. Like having a plan for it and not being able to trade at least some of it is just crazy. And also, while silver was playing, right here at 20, I was saying even to silver, like, I want to long this because this thing is just crazy. But I didn't. It's just I didn't. This happened, right? So I mean, crazy, man. Like, as you can see, silver made some, lost some. It's just. Okay, let's get back to business, guys. Just let's not get distracted by that. JRJC yesterday just did some really choppy price action. It was just so bad. Like it was very hard to get some edge on it. But today I hope we're getting some edge on it because it's gapping down. But I feel like it's come down from 10s all the way to 7s. It's just, I really would like it to pop a little bit towards 8s and then maybe look into shorting. That's pretty much it. HX, yesterday I did trade it on the side, guys, but really this was probably one of the better trades I've taken for a while. So I started somewhere here. I did mention it briefly, I think, in the room in the stream, and then I just yeah, kept trail stopping it. Few ads here, just a really decent washout. Very good trade on that. I didn't catch the whole move, but I got the meat of the move. That's what I can say. Because I was waiting for this. I kept on saying HX is due for this move down. So that was very good. Um, but today I think it's done. To be honest, HX, don't expect too much from it. I do expect a little bit of a bounce, maybe a continuation of that bounce. So that's the only play I am waiting on. That levels 10 11s are the ones to watch, because if it does bounce, it's probably gonna bounce towards those levels. Right. Wish. I'll look at the snap in a minute. So wish yesterday was very choppy. Created a nice little red day, but it's not enough. I think what it's gonna do is it's gonna start to take out yesterday's close and starts to continue with momentum. So watch the yesterday's 580, 590 levels. If it starts to trade up over that, I think there might be long on it. DIDI, guys, yesterday very strong move up with good volume, 80 million, I believe. Yep. And very close to tens, rejecting from tens actually pre-market. But watch that area, guys. 10 980s in between that, that's your zone. Watch it and see what it does there. I'm putting my alert there. And if it starts to trend above that, then we've got yeah, some overhead resistance, only about 1020s and 1050s, and then we've got 11. So yeah, keep an eye on that. If fuel cell, just not it looks heavy to me, to be honest. So looking for maybe possible shorts around on the bounce of 820 830s maybe. And then SPY is just overextended, looking for that red day still pins. Pins was yesterday a bit choppy as well, guys. Just difficult. Just gonna keep it on the side, and then Tilray was the same. It looks very heavy on the Tilray, and there could be some shorting opportunities on those. And let's have a look at the Snap. Right, Snap. Yeah, this was a really bad news on it, but expect a little bit of a dead cat bounce on it. So wait for levels, what sort of levels we have. Now, there's two things on these kind of big, massive gaps. Mostly it's the dead cat bounces that comes, and it just gets everybody in for a short, and then it takes them for a ride, all the way to closing the gap. So because it's bottom fishers, that's just it's fishing the bottom and just keeps on buying, and then they will, I think, in my opinion, 65 64 areas will be an area to keep an eye on. But I am keeping a close eye on this, guys, for a possible short on areas. Mostly it's going to be the round numbers, nothing else probably will matter, because it will have those big moves. And DWAC gets halted. Awesome. 131. What is going on, guys? Somebody's really. Is it like locked rotation of some sort? And PHUN. PHUN is gonna get halted, guys. Yep, it's gonna get halted. Yeah, that's just crazy. That's just crazy, guys. That's just crazy. Dude. Oh my goodness. Right, so NVAX is washing up nicely under 140. It started to attack that, rejected really badly from it, and is trading now 130s. I think it's just done, in my opinion, from 140s to 130s. Done. This could carry on, but it has to be bouncing a little bit for you to take any action on it. Yeah, PHUN definitely got halted. This is definitely a sympathy play, guys. Yeah, that's good because yeah, this was definitely it's a really good entry as well, just around 8 over 8. So you know, I think what's happening is DWAC, when it does get halted, this hopefully is just a normal normal halt. It's not a I don't know what's it called, but if it does extend, then there might be some investigations, and if that's the case, then it's gonna hold for a long time. Um, you know, this is not normal, guys. Come on, like from 10s to 130s. Yeah, there's got to be something that's got to be checked, right? So if somebody's float rotating this bad boy or float locking the float rotation or whatever, then you know, SEC probably is gonna find out about it. But for the moment, yes, it's definitely looking good. PHU, and hopefully this is the case. It opens after 5 or 10 minutes, and it's you know, PHUN is gonna move if DWAC holds this on, because this, remember, is a sympathy play. Is gonna try to catch up. A lot of people are in this instead of DWAC, so it's just pure emotions, which is good. I like it. I need that for my edge. So that's that. Watch PHUN. It'll be interesting to see what these two do later on. And then fuel cell is coming down. Right, fuel cell just washed to the lows. And fuel cell, as I mentioned, guys, it looks heavy, so possible short entries around 8s will be nicer. Not here. 795 8s will be better area in my opinion. Okay, it's not gonna give us that opportunity, isn't it? Yep, it's halted. Yeah, it's halted. CRTD, is this also sympathy play? I don't think so. They're the same sector though. This sector probably is gonna have this sympathy, isn't it? Healthcare, biotech. No, no, it's not healthcare. What am I looking at? That's stupid. That was, I think, some sort of financial, right? DWAC. Isn't it? Digital work acquisition. Okay, yeah. Alright, now we're talking. On PHUN sticker, they are actually putting DWAC's news. So that's how this is linked to DWAC. Yeah, CRTD is also, you know, with the listen, with these kind of days, right? DWAC days and PHUN halting over and over, hopefully today. What it's going to do is it's going to create a lot of, there it goes. And if it does start to move again, then this is going to halt again. If it starts to hold, let's say 10s maybe, 10s, 11s, if it starts to hold, it's going to halt again, going up. So let's see. Interesting. And DWAC hasn't opened yet, so that's definitely a longer halt. There you go. It's going to halt again. Come on. It's going to halt again. Yep. It's halted, right? It's going to halt again. There we go. Halt. Boom. That's your second halt. Done within like seconds, right? You see what I mean? Like these are the days. It's really like decent, can give you some decent if you're on the right side. Now, you know, silver, if you haven't taken anything out, what you want to match this up with DWAC. Okay, DWAC, if it does open, keep an eye on DWAC, what it does, right? You want to keep an eye on that. Keep a close eye on both of those. Now CRTD opened. Now let's see the difference relative to earlier on the PHUN. Very similar. Look at that. Very similar. It's just, it's not even sector. I don't think, is it interactive communications? Look at that. Look at that. That's gonna halt again. Yeah, it's just that emotional based trading, isn't it? You know, everybody's missed DWAC now. They're just trying to sort of get into anything that moves. Anything that moves. There you go. That's your halt coming in. It's taking a while for it to halt. Actually, no, it's not yet. So this is definitely weaker compared to PHUN, because PHUN is compare the first sympathy play on DWAC, right? This probably is not direct sympathy play, but it's just one of those environmental, I think, sympathy play. There it goes. It's holding that 7, and let's see if it takes that 750s. If it does take that 750 out, that's a hold coming in again. But remember, 770, 750, this area in fact is a daily level. But when things go like this, daily levels, what daily levels? You know what I mean? Crazy. NVAX, guys, I will trade it on the side for a short. NVAX. A huge spread, by the way, on it. Huge, massive spread. Right, CRTD, forget about it. DWAC and PHUN. Let's check these bad boys out. Yep, NVAX, lovely, looking good, looking decent, and also fuel cell as well, guys. I'm starting to. I have to be honest, guys. It's since last, well, I would say a few weeks, I have been trading things on the side, and calling out has been a bit of a trouble for me, because I'm a bit more concentrating on these trades that run really quickly. Like for example, NVAX, I just mentioned it, but I didn't really sort of. I might not even like start to mark things out. I'll just give you ideas, and you guys decide whether, you know, you wanna take it or not, or you wanna do something about it. For example, fuel cell. You know, just mentioned here, was waiting for that bounce. The bounce came in, by the way. You know, I can't really mention anything else apart from just twisting your arms to take the trade. You know what I mean? Like, so hopefully that makes sense. And I just don't want to be getting into one of those, like, you know, just trying to sort of get you to take the easy route. Start thinking about the trades, start making decisions on your own. I think that's a better way to do it, I think. Yeah, there was a big spread. That's why you want to wait for the get a right price. That's why you wait for it to give you that that tight, when an area is being fought, that's when you can get a really tight spread there. So I am definitely out on fuel cell, some of it, about 767, 767s. Started here a few times, and that's it. And my stop is still here, by the way. I haven't gotten anywhere where I can put my stop. Right. fuel cell looking really decent. I like it. What's happening to what? 764s and 766s. Okay, let's have a look at CRTD. Right, so you see the difference, guys? You know, you gotta play the right stock. Look at this. It really couldn't actually go for the second halt. It just didn't continue. But this it's still strong. Don't get me wrong. It's still strong, but you know, look at these things. Freaking hell. Eight break was definitely this, you know, the entry. And then after the second halt, the first halt, one is started to play around 11s, and it's starting to hold. That could also have been an entry, but that's just a bit of a extreme tape reading skills required if you're going to do that. You have to be very comfortable with reading that. I'm still in NVAX, just waiting on it to do something for me to take some out. NVAX, baby. I know, right? Yeah, see, this bounce isn't good on NVAX. Still 136 needs to hold. If it starts to break that, then my entries are somewhere here actually, so that's fine. I'm still okay with it. Is there anything else running? Let's have a look. CRTD is the one that's running. A break of 7s might be interesting on CRTD, guys. Break of 7 right here actually. You just need that follow through very quickly if you're gonna take it. So okay, I've started small. Okay, good. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Yes, let's go CRTD. Come on, break the highs and halt. So we want break the highs. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yep, 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 yep. Let's go. Okay, I took some out on CRTD. Started just a break of 7s and then took some out, I think here just before daily level, but I think that's still early. So this is going nicely for a probable halt. Oh, it's not, is it? Wow, that's a really bad rejection. That's a big rug pull. So, you know, this is just extremely choppy compared to the others. And PHUN. Okay, so this is bouncing back off 7 now. It's good. So my stop is going to be a break of this little area here, 670s, even 680s. Now, if it does break, then remaining position will be taken out. Can't risk it. I'm a bit tight, guys, on it. But Silver, are you still in on PHUN? So we've got our first, second hold, and the third hold came in as well. There you go. Beautiful. What can you expect from these? Yeah, baby. Let's go, Silver. And let's go CRTD. Right, so that needs to take out 8 guys. Right, so don't think about that. If you're trading, think about trading trading the right way, instead of just thinking about that, of course. You know, everything else becomes irrelevant when you start thinking about P&L. You're not going to see what you're supposed to see. Exactly. So you got to see what you're supposed to see. What's happening right now, right? You know, you wanna be able to read it. Read your level 2s. Read your tape. You know, how strong is the stock? What's it doing now? What volume is it trading at? What volume moves the market or breaks the thing, breaks the highs or lows? So at the moment it's holding nicely over 7s. Over 7 is fine, but this level, daily level, is creating a problem for it. But once it breaks that, that's a good thing about it. Once it breaks it, it can run. Pretty sure there's a lot of other ones as well that's doing some sort of a move. There you go. You see PBTS, and then say Salm. I think this is also one of those. So yeah, SALM also halted. Wow. Okay, let's keep an eye on these halts. Forget about the rest. Forget about the rest. We have PBTS is trading and CRTD. Alright, here we go, CRTD. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Don't hold too much. That area, if it does hold more times, then that means no good. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Let's go. 8 break. 8 break. Go, 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 go. Let's go. Come on. Come on. There we go. There we go. 8s get taken out. Wow, look at these numbers getting taken out. 8s. There we go. That's it. Alright. Come on. We're good. We're good. We're good. There's a halt coming. Come on. Halt. Halt. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. Yep, yep, yep. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Take some out. Awesome, awesome. I took some out here, guys, right there, 850s, around 855, somewhere there. Just a little, just a tiny little profits, not too shabby. Yeah, baby. All right, here we go. This is more controlled move. Nice, looking good. This is better than actually getting halted. Yeah, that's that. And if that's the case, then all of these, they're just gonna. So you don't want to be holding on too much on these guys. Once the investigation hits, the news on that hits, it doesn't matter whether it's good for the company or not. It's gonna bring in some damage to definitely DWAC and PHUN. So you don't want to really, trust me, you don't want to keep a lot. You see what I mean? Like, dude, this thing is good. CRTD. CRTD is surprisingly like a nice little controlled move actually, instead of we shall see. Alright, so this is bringing in, you see that? That's not good. I'm gonna exit, guys. I don't want to get caught in that, the hold down. If it's gonna hold down, then that's gonna be damage. So I've exited here, guys, just over 8. I've exited. No, that's not good. PBTS, everything else is falling as well, by the way. So what's happening is they are actually probably way scared of that as well. Created shares trade, blah 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 blah. So I exited everything around 8. Let me see, around 8s. Yeah. So not too bad. Salm is open, SAL. And that looks quite strong actually. What is this about? Communications, media, right? We are talking from 4s to 6s. Crazy. I'm still in my fuel cell. I made a slight bit of a blunder on it. I'll tell you later. So basically on fuel cell, what I did is, so I started here and then took few out here and then added here, and then instead of taking some out, I actually added somewhere here. But that brings my average a little bit lower, like 770s, or maybe a bit higher. But I'm still gonna hold on to that. Okay, CRTD actually shanked me out and back to the thingy, to the highs. Crazy, huh? SAL, by the way, is still carrying on, which looks quite strong. These things, even though they DWAC, let's say there's an investigation. And also TRKA. Yep, there you go. TRK is also the sympathy play. That was a better sympathy play. Very, very small. Yeah, so these, which else? Torika. Anything else? Torika. Okay. Yeah, this is also sympathy play. All of these is gonna pretty much follow DWAC what it does, and they're still waiting. These uncertainties are coming from DWAC's uncertainty, right? Because the way it halted is really like, when was the halt, by the way? That was quite a long time ago, just at the open, right? Yeah, exactly. So interesting, very, very interesting. And bloody CRTD is going as well again. And Salm's halted again. Crazy action going on, guys, today. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. My fuel cell, although it's a really good trade, I must admit, very good trade, is looking like a I don't want to even mention it. I shouldn't even mention the trade because these you know, even with my management on CRTD, that's what was the trade actually? Started sevens, and then every dollar was partial basically. So sevens right here, and then I think before 8, and then 8.5 or 9s partial, and then 8. So yeah, some SALM, yes, it was kinda. It wasn't that great of a play, I think. I remember looking at it, and just, yeah, not good. But today is much clearer. And Torca also, this one was a big play as well. It's been in play actually for the past few days. Torca. CRTD is that 9 is holding nicely. And PHUN, as you can see, guys, this is just that uncertainty, you know, it hit that 24. Now, silver, I hope you're just like really like only have got few, you know, like 10%, 15% left on this, right? Because you took it about 8, 9, somewhere there, and then, you know, we've got 1, 2, 3 holds, 4 holds on it. Okay, that might be a good thing. Oh, DWAC is open, guys. DWAC is open like at 180, bro. 175. And now look at that. Gap down. That's not going to be good for the sympathy plays, guys. That's why if you go stopped out, and that's a good thing, because this now is going to open here. Right? Right there. It's going to gap down. I might be wrong on it, but you know, and also, well, let's have a look at Turca. There it goes. You see? Now this is going to hold down as well. Damn. So we've got CRTD. CRTD, by the way, is not, I believe, is not a sympathy play, but Turca and PHUN is. So if CRTD is starting to bounce, that might be a completely different story, right? That's interactive media and services and communications. Okay. Communications, media, software information. DWAC is just yeah, could be. Right, my NVAX is okay, kinda okay. It's not too bad. I think I took some out here. Let me check. Yeah, I took somewhere here, some out. So looking decent. Yeah, Salm is halted going up, is it? That's very strange. Is Salm also a sympathy play? That might not be. Yeah, it is sympathy play, yeah. So, you know what's happening is basically they're trying to find every single stock that's trading at $1, $2, and trying to see if they can like just get 100% move on those, because it is possible. Yeah, it is definitely sympathy, as you can see. Where is it? Um, yeah, Salem Media shares being traded as another sympathy play with momentum. Yeah, so that's definitely a sympathy. I was watching BBIG. Yes, I am. I've got it on the side, but things, it's got so many things. We've got so many things going on. BBIG is basically right now is bouncing, but there was a decent trade there. Yep. Well done. Well done. Good job. Right. Look. Where did you take it, by the way? Don't mind me asking. For me, I would have taken it here on this rejection here, and then take some out, and then leave the rest for the Novavax. And it's doing really well. The only thing I didn't like about this BBIG was the daily. It was just too much. And by the way, BBIG in the long run, I think is very weak, because there's some sort of internal problems going on in the company, I think. 537s here. Okay. Here. All right. Yeah. Not too shabby. Not too shabby, bro. Oh, my fuel cell is doing so well. Yeah, baby. Let's go, fuel. There it goes. There it goes. Right, CRTD. Salm is open. How come Salm is open so quickly? Or am I missing something here? Maybe I am. CRTD is creating that nice little wedge pattern and breaking. So that looks really decent. Maybe for a long. But it's just right now it's not very clean. But that 9 break could bring in some more buyers. I'm not trading it. I'm not trading it yet. I'm just waiting for them to really. DWAC is open. It's gonna hold down. There it goes. You see, right? Right? There you go. As soon as it opened, try to lift itself up, but completely crap. Now this is gonna be hold fast. It's crazy, man. You guys have any idea what this? This is like, this happens in once in a freaking years and decades, maybe even. Look at this thing. DWAC, right? From tens to 200s. And then now you might see that from 180 to, I don't know, 180, 70s, you know? It's crazy. Alright, fuel cell. What are you gonna do now? Alright, HX looks interesting, but you can't trade it, guys. I'll probably trade it on the side. HX looks quite decent here right now, actually. On the break of 715s, once this starts to break, that starts to break and 7 breaks, then it might give us 6s. But I think, in my opinion, it's just so overextended to the downside right now. Oh, NVAX, bro. Chill. That's much better. Much better. 131s right now, so it's taking some out. here. Yep. Okay, not bad, not bad. Right. There comes the follow through from CRTD, and then we're gonna have Torica. That's the follow through from that. Salmon surprisingly delayed on the response on that, hold down on DWAC. This is more better. This is better response basically. Beautiful. And what else do we have? We had PHU and the main one. This one halted way more hour. Like what is it? 10-15 minutes now, or half an hour? 9:54. It's more than 10 minutes though. Right, guys, I'm all out on fuel cell. All out on fuel cell. Not a bad trade, but could have been better. So fuel cell, where's my let me find pen. Okay, let's go. Right, so let's do that. So 1, 2, 3 entries, and then this is all planned out. This is this is fine. This is fine. This is perfectly fine. However, we got this bad boy. Instead of that is supposed to be a partial or exit. Instead, it was I don't know, hotkey issues or whatever. It was a sell instead of a buy. You can clearly see why, right? And then I just held because I was watching this. It was going for another round. Couldn't take anything out here. 750s, which was ideal, but gave back a little bit on the last batch. But nevertheless, we've got really decent trade. We've got exits. Exits here, here, and here. Not a bad trade, is it? So that's what fuel cell looks like. DWAC back. Okay, back again, and it's gonna halt again, is it? I think it might. Let's see. Let's see. There you go. There you go. There you go. Oh my goodness. This is crazy. There's a lot of people who made a lot of money today on this, and a lot of people who blew their accounts on it. So that's one of those things, man. And then PHUN this one is a bit surprisingly strange because it hasn't really opened up yet. Now, yeah, most people, even without speculating, it's just crazy mania. Some crazy shit going on, bro. What do you mean sell markets? I thought you were out, no? PHUN, or you're not. CRTD looks interesting for a short right now, actually. Right now, I might take it, guys. So looking for a short on CRTD. There it goes. Lovely. Okay, CRTD, just take it under 7s. And then stop just over this area here, 750. Stop is over here, and then the entry was just under or around 7s. And then your first partial is 6. Right, so if it does wash down stronger, then it might halt as well, which might be a good thing or bad thing. Depends on how others are doing. So let's find out. Oh, with a stop loss. Hope you're not in it in a major percentage of your trades. So this bounce. Yeah, you know, with the PHUN, you gotta be like, if you have a lot, then, you know, first of all, it shouldn't have been a lot. PHUN, when you did take it, it was, I know that you mentioned it somewhere here. So as it started to go up, you should have taken most of it out anyways, right? Now, this one, I think surely, you know, I'm not gonna say it's not gonna gap down, to be honest. It's gonna gap down. Now, if your stop is at, let's say, 18 or 16 or 17, if it gaps down to 14, you're gonna get hit 14, right? You're gonna get hit 14. So, but still, I think you still, as long as you didn't add, now that's a bad thing to add on these, because this kind of move is never lasting move. You know, yesterday's DWAC move is completely different to this. Don't mistaken them both, or then they're completely different. So hopefully you've taken, like, as it went up, like, you know, 14s, 16s, and it, you know, took some out, left with a few. Because again, I mentioned, like, you want to trade what's happening. Yeah, what's happening, what's going on, not what your PNL is making you decide. DWAC, dude, you know, a lot of people probably were waiting for this DWAC to just halt once at least. Well, halt once going down. A lot of people watched that, and then this bounce, people went in heavy. This bounce went in heavy, right? And then you know, the reaction, the chain reaction carried on. So from 180 to 120 we saw. I was mentioning 100, maybe 60, 70. There's a possibility. What crazy moves today, guys. So fuel cell, I think I had exited really nice area here. Very decent. I'm happy with that. I'm really happy with it. Yeah, you gotta be a little bit careful. I really feel like this was a reversal on fuel cell, by the way. CRTD is still struggling to go down. CRTD right there. My entry is like sevens, around sevens here. Just gonna come out 750 break. So that'll be it. So let me have a look. CRTD. So on my longs on CRTD, I've got 2.5 R from sevens, 2.5 R, and then I'm still waiting for my short to give me something. And fuel cell, I think I've got around close to 3 hours on fuel cell. That mishap on the entry messed it up. Otherwise, it would have been much better. Probably 4 hour. So 2.5, maybe 3 hour on fuel cell. And then and VAX is also really decent trade. DWAC, boom, halt again, going down. There it goes. So yeah, this is looking interesting. I have on CRTD, I have a little bit more as well as on this drop here, just under sevens again. But still, really tight risk. Just over the break of the recent highs will be the exit point, though. I need to see quick reaction on it now. Even if it does come back up to sevens, it needs to hold now, or at least hold for a while. And then we've got 6 and then 5s for the partials. And there it goes, your DWAC. So 100 is seen. Let's see if we can see that 60s, 70s. Chances are quite high. And DX is looking really, really decent for a short right now, actually. DX, sorry, HX. Let's see if we can get something here. Let's go CRTD, come on. Just a bit of a follow through. No. No silver, no. Short was here. Anything after that is just you're just throwing darts in the dark. Not yet. What you wanna today? I think shorting opportunity or long opportunity might not come as I'm here. It will probably come during the quiet times where afternoons, mid-afternoons, PM session, somewhere there, because you want this thing to quiet down, calm down, and it's not looking like it's gonna calm down anytime soon. Right, so that's what we want. I don't really have an edge now. If you short it here, you know, yeah, chances are it might go to 60, 70, right? But this one going for another halt up as well is there the chance, because you know, look, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 halts going down. 4 halts going down is not normal. Doesn't matter, like, you see what I mean? So just you're just taking your edge away. On HX, okay. Let's so basically you see this area here. First of all, that's being respected nicely, and you've got a really nice decent wedge pattern here. First thing first, right? If it does break it, then that short might be void, but I'm still waiting for it to stay under that 750 area. What's happening is the stock is really like dumped now, right? From this pump, it's dumped. This is the second day, so the overall picture, bigger picture is there. Weakness is there, and the shorts have more basically edge, to be honest. And there it goes, our CRTD, lovely, looking good, and it's gonna hit my first partial. Come on, hit. Okay, I took it a bit early. That's fine. Anyways, so and what's happened is it did a really nice decent move down. That's the real move, right? Okay. Let me actually select this. I'd like to this area here. That's decent move down, right? And then what's happening right now is it's kind of like a really slow you know, pullback or retracement, right? Although this one broke, but I want to see whether this area here holds 8, and if that starts to hold as well, I might look into shorting it, right? So and also have a look at the move and then the pullback. It's nice and really low volume, but the thing is right now it's picking up slightly. Right now it's picking up slightly, and that's what you want to pay attention to, whether this is a reversal. It could be easily because it broke that wedge pattern, but you've got your overhead here, you've got overheads around this area here. So I mean, if it does come back here, right, if it does come back here and starts to hold, that's another shorting opportunity there, in my opinion. So I'm watching that definitely. And my CRTD hit my first target, which is right there. Sorry, it was not here, it was here. I took it out 613s. 613s. By the way, as I was mentioning, my next target will be around fives, guys, on this one here. So let's have a look at CRTD's trade. Yeah, SPY is creeping back up. Definitely. So HX is bringing in some volume, so this might be actually, I'm worried about the shorts now. If you're thinking of shorting, maybe ignore it for a while. The only thing I would say is if it starts to hold, this zone starts to hold, then but look at the volume coming in, right? Now this volume, if it starts to creep up and this starts to hold, that's also kind of like a good thing, because there's heavy selling coming in. Basically, it's not only buying. At this point, I'm seeing buying. Right now, with this area here, more selling came in. So you know, people might be waiting for it to actually pop towards these areas, and then maybe look into selling it. Crazy moves, guys, crazy moves. Intraday, that's looking really decent, looking good. PBTS is actually PBTS. Why is it holding up nicely? That breaks, then it could also, but that's very small. That's your SAM, and then Chrome. Torica. You see, Torica had a much better response to DWAC's move down, and yeah, decent entries here, really decent entries. If DWAC was to give me something like that, I would have shorted it, but it wouldn't today. And then no, not this one. Sorry, what am I looking at here? So Isaiah is back. Isaiah, what is this about? What was this? Sports and entertainment film joins talent partner program. Okay, some sort of a catalyst behind this move. All right, give me another. Oh, this day is turning out to be really decent, guys. I'm not gonna lie. CRTD, by the way. Anybody took this, by the way, when I mentioned sevens, and then I added here. So you see on HX, guys, this is what I mean. So this volume that came in, there's this high volume compared to these. There's more selling there. this zone, right? So now, you know, either you could actually rely on the rejection there, and then you stop 833s on the break of the VWAP or the zone, or you could just wait for it to play around a little bit and then just wait for it to show better signal. Damn it. On CRTD, it barely touched my second partial, and it didn't take me in for my second, which is a bummer. My second partial was about 515, went to 525s. Just want to see what it does around here. This could be one of those 200 EMAs entry, re-entry as well. Yeah, it's definitely good to know about things, because remember, I have different way of thinking. Everybody else different way of thinking, but it's good to know what people are thinking about when they take trades. For example, HS, great example. This wedge was being created, but it broke it. But the whole overall picture should not be ignored just because it broke the intraday wedge. This is nothing. This is nothing compared to this, right? And it went to that bigger, much better area of liquidity and started to fail off of that. So Prague. Dude, what the hell, man? Prague was a recent runner as well, remember? Prague was just trying to... this one basically is... I think it's good. Why do you think we have these holds over and hold? Look at these momos. I barely get these on my scanners, because it's just following the momentum of the environment. It's all started with DWAC, right? This has moved everything, especially things that are a bit lower and similar sort of price structure and field. So CRTD is that 200 EMA is not active yet, right? But 20 EMA, if it starts to hold, might be. Right now it's holding. I'm trading it on the side, guys, so I'm not gonna say what I did. I'll show you later. But anyways, so Prague. Look at that thing. Look at that thing. It's getting bought back up. Where's my halt indicator? I don't have that. I should have it. Yeah, 328s now. 325s. Wow, PBTS guys, PBTS. I keep adding to to my watch list. Where is it? PBTS. Look at that. Look at that fake breakout, and boom. Everything is getting shorted now. Anything that's popped today is probably gonna get shorted heavily, which means including prog. Alright, DWAC is open. Let's see. Oh, it's bouncing. Dude. Okay, let's see what happens. Let's see if this starts to stop the hold fest and it starts to calm down a bit. Let's see what happens. So 109 is gonna be the halt. No. I think this halt indicator doesn't work. It doesn't. Okay, so DWAC is back at it again. So I'm out of CRTD TD completely, guys. I just don't wanna, like, if DWAC is gonna bounce, then that's gonna start to bounce, and I can't. So I'm out of it. So CRTD gave me quite a bit actually, because of my ads. Let me show you what I mean. Hopefully you can see. So CRTD. So what I did was my longs were here, you know the longs, and then the short started here, and then added here, and then I think partial, and then partial, I believe, partial out here somewhere. So I think this might have continuation, but I just feel like, you know, this is kind of following DWAC, and at that point DWAC was bouncing nicely, so I exited everything here. So let me see if I can bring that. But really decent. So right, we've got 10 entries here. Okay. So CRTD started here. These are exits. Unfortunately, I could have taken something out there, but that was a really mismanagement because I was waiting for that halt, and at that point I took two partials, and at this point I didn't have that many left, but enough to make a difference if I had taken some out there. Right, and and I had this short is short, basically risking the high 750s, 740s, right here, and then really good decent partial, and then this I tried to add here. Well, I did these areas, and then I exit completely when I saw when DWAC was actually bouncing right over here. So good exits, I believe. The average exit on this one is right here somewhere from this area. So quite a decent 2 hour move, I think. And then on this one as well, I think 2.5 hour. So I think the whole thing is about 4 hours or something like that on CRTD. So really decent day for me. And PHUN, hopefully silver, you halted going up though. That's just gonna really pinball thing, isn't it? Like pinball effect. After this much of a move, it's gotta bounce a little bit, isn't it? Now imagine somebody's automatically shorting it as it opened. They're in trouble, right? Yeah, of course it would have. I think what silver, you should not have lost what you've gained honestly on it, unless you've really messed it up on the trade management. Now the only way I think we would have messed it up is if you started adding here. One, two, you haven't taken much of a partial, right? So those two could really, yeah, that's it. And I kind of knew, and that's why I tried to not really force too much, but I kept on saying, please take partials, partials, partials. And that's what happens with these kind of moves. Yeah, both. Okay, silver. Difficult. I didn't trade PHUN. I wish I did. I really wish I did. Actually, you know what? I was here. Sympathy play. This was the only sympathy play I had in the list. And at this point, DWAC already had gapped up. And this is also one of the cons of not trading at the open. Because I have a rule that I don't trade the first 5 minutes. Because of my data, obviously. So as you can see, Andrew, we talked about this HX thing, right? You see that zone there? Look at that. That was the initial reaction to the area, heavy selling, right? And you didn't have to take it here, because usually I wouldn't. What you want to do is you want to wait for it to bounce and retest. Let's see, or something other than just following and chasing, like a better entry area, which was basically on this pop. You know, it would have been difficult to enter, but as it start to trade under 8, that's when you can say, well, it's done a lower high, now it's weak, showing sign of weakness, volume coming in, um, and then just trade it off of that, and your risk just over VWAP and let it go, because this has potential. Now this was a healthy, remember, this was a healthy pullback. We always want to wait for the healthy pullback to finish. In this case, it tired itself out here, exhaustion zone, right there, entry, maybe even on the first one, but that would have been a bit risky. And then just wait for it to carry on, take the lows out. That's what I saw. Yeah, PHUN is back at it again. And this is just a response to what DWAC has done, right? That's just a response to what DWAC has done. Now, if the DWAC is holding up now, so getting ready probably to go somewhere, I wouldn't say where. So this is going to respond very heavily to that. Hope that makes sense. And there goes your PHUN and DWAC. Very similar price action. Okay, let's have a look at PHUN. Yeah, that's a short there, I think. Yeah, under 13, 12s. Yeah. See. Okay. I think there's a short here on PHUN under 12, but your stop is a bit big though. There it goes. There it goes. 12 and your 8. I think 855 VWAP will probably be the partial area. It's not halted, is it? Yeah, it's halted. There we go. Right? Short 12s. Don't say that I didn't call it out in advance. And there's your halt, and both of them halted. So this is halt going down after a the reason why I even called that trade out is because DWAC, this is what I was waiting for. So let it bounce around, let it do its pinball effect or slingshot effect, and let it just show you that it's settled down a little bit. Now once I start to see a bit of weakness, 120 holding, that's when I look at the PHUN. Was at that time a bit delayed on the response. I saw this, and the 12 was holding nicely under it. That's the trade. And then this is gonna open up somewhere, maybe gap down a little bit, but as soon as it washes towards 859s maybe, you gotta take some out. Yes sir. And I have been a bit naughty on CRTD. I have been a bit naughty. which means that I took actually a really cheeky 200 EMA, kind of 200 EMA trade, but not really. But rejection of that 6 basically, somewhere here. That was very cheeky. Stop would have been just very tight though. And my first partial is out, second one waiting for a longer one. So after that I will be completely done. I think today I've got, it's so good to see today the way I traded. Is so nice to have this kind of day after back to back choppy days. I didn't get hurt that badly, like -2 hours, -3 hours, -1 hour, break even, things like that. But it's just over time, you know, it takes a toll on you. It just it's kind of, it gets harder and harder to deal with. It's just psychological, isn't it? But you just gotta stay composed and wait for these days, you know. I think today, let me see. I'm very close to 10 hour. Very close to 10 hour. If I actually take CRTD out right now, then I'll be more than 10 hour. So that's the thing. You wanna make sure in quiet times you're small, and you're risking well, you're basically controlling your risk. You're surviving those really harsh environments, and then eventually one of these days comes and you just knock it out the park basically. And I'm not really going in heavy anyways. Like for example CRTD, you know, it wasn't heavy, but still we're talking from 7s to average of maybe 850s, $1.50 move. And then this one, 7s to average of 650s, huge moves. They do come. You just have to be there to take advantage of that, that's all. So what are you guys trading? What have you traded? Anything good? Yeah, after CRTD gives me on my last exit around 4s. Maybe I'm asking a bit too much, but I think it's possible. So once it hits that, then I'm done. That would probably get me to easily 12 hours plus maybe. So we'll see. You see over here, PHUN opened. Now if you had taken it here, you know, it just washed towards 9s. And if you couldn't take it, maybe a bit, you would have gotten 950s at least. So partial would have been there, definitely. The partial chance was there, 100%. Yeah, it can be extremely dangerous, Andrew, especially once you start to have a bias that this thing is gonna go down and this thing is gonna go up. These are the days that you can easily blow up, because eventually, you know, one hit and you're stuck on these ones. On other days, like, you can have a chance to survive easily, but these days you're in the wrong side once. Sometimes you won't be able to even pull a trigger. Like after you, let's say if you're on the wrong side of this long and you're here, you're gonna do the opposite of what you should be doing completely, which means you're gonna get the worst price right at the bottom. right? So if you were stuck here somewhere, for example, and it gaps up here, first of all, having a stop loss uh, is a good idea, but if it was me, I would not put a stop loss here anywhere, because I know that's gonna just gonna take me out here as it opens with the gap. So I'll just wait for it to trade this, at least this bar. And if I have to get out here, I will get out. If I have to get out here, doesn't matter. I will get out. But I wouldn't put my stop loss there, because this could easily open up here, especially the amount of time it was taking. So, yep. It's nice in control, Andrew. I like that. You're quite a conservative approach. I like that. I think you have more chance of surviving in this kind of environments, and that's the deal, really. That's really the deal. You have to remember to survive. That's the game. You want to play the game, just survive, and eventually you will start to be a bit more consistent in your approach. You will start to see things. There's another round going down now, and that's probably gonna halt again. 899s, 830s. This halt indicator is not doing a good job, actually. That's completely wrong. 899 is now is halted, right? 840s. Oh, it hasn't halted yet though. That's your partial. If it hasn't halted, if you had taken the trade short there, that's your partial, clearly. You can't ignore that. Just take some out at least. Put your stop to break even close to it, and just let it run. And also DWAC is bouncing, so you gotta watch DWAC what it does and respond to that. You know, if it's doing that, then you gotta take some partial out. If it takes the lows out, hundreds are holding nicely, then you can keep the PHUN for a short, more of it. But you gotta watch DWAC, and DWAC is going as well, I think. So now it looks good, and CRTD is looking decent. Loving my CRTD. 100% accuracy on this long and short sides, by the way. And there it goes. Alright, let's see if you want to take that out, bro. If you're staying under 5s, I will put my stop over 550s and just let it run. Yep. Yes, sir. 450s. 450s. Can't wait to see what others have traded and how, like Jay. Want to see what he did today. Come on, wash towards 4s, and I'm gonna leave early. Five hours. Just waiting on this bloody CRTD. Come on, hit my 4s and I'm out. We want you to hit that 4, 415, something like that. and I'll be out. Come on, buddy. You can do it. So if I were to take it now, 50, that'll be 11 hours. But 4s around this area, 12 plus hours. That's what I'm waiting for. Finally. And it's coming. 4 hopefully is coming. And this was also, if anybody's taken this around 12s, this is a decent, this is much better trade there. That's your partial here on the view app. And then now at the 200 7s, that's another partial. Maybe hold down. If it holds down, then you can't, but I think it's hold down now. That is crazy. And that's, you are really doing well on this. 12s, 1150s, 1180s, all the way to 7s. And this has more potential to just basically keep going as long as DWAC is doing this. Yep. That's some crazy. For me, 11, 12R is okay. Honestly, I could have had a better day. But the thing is, touching DWAC at this point here is just asking for trouble. The only time I would have shorted it was this area here, but I wasn't quick enough. And I was watching, I was in other trades like CRTD and fuel cell and NVAX, and all of them were doing well. So I really didn't pay attention too much on it. So the only time I probably would have taken is on that rejection there. Once it started to take that high, it couldn't, and it's rejected. So somewhere here probably would have been the short. That's the only time. And then the next phase came in where it bounced up and then started to stabilize a little bit. Around 120 was clear area. That's the only time also for a possible short. But at that point, I found that PHUN was a better play because this was a delayed reaction to DWAC, and 14 rejection was nice and strong, and then that at that point 12 was really decently holding, and that's where I call that 12 trade out, and then yeah, the rest is history. But the problem with this also is because I was in a CRTD trade, I didn't take it, but there was definitely a setup there. So the only thing that I should have taken was this one, short under 12s. Probably would have given me break of maybe even $1 move stop. So yeah, that would have probably given me 4R, at least 3R if I had taken everything off now with the partial. So yes, I understand that I could have done much better, and in fact this has more room. So if I was in a trade like that, partial 25%, and around 6s maybe 25%, and then rest left alone, right? Just left alone all the way to 5s and maybe even more, depends on what DWAC does, right? So that could have been easily, today could have been easily 20 hours 20 hour, maybe even more days, one of those days where it actually covers your whole month. But at least it you know 12 hour at this point, 11 hour is gonna cover most of my days. So I can't complain. So yeah, quite content with the day, guys. I think I'm gonna end the stream a bit early. If I was in any of DWAC or PHUN trades, I will not end it. I'll still watch it. But because I've taken most of it on CRTD here, and the rest either takes me out on the break of 550, which is still gonna give me some potential profit from this trade here, or it's gonna give me that 4. It's gonna give me that 4. Either way, if that takes me out, that's probably what is it, 11 hours now? Yeah, that's 11 hours, 554. If I get taken out on my partial, which is let me show you. That's the only trade that I am in at the moment. So initial trade, I explained that, and then this short, long, partial, short again. Bit of a mishap there, early exit, but then I rejoined again, and then partial. So you see this blue line here, that's my trailing stop, and that's my profit target, just over 4. It is either going to take that out or this out. If this gets taken out, I'll be up more than 12 hours. If that gets taken out, maybe 10.5 hours. Still way ahead on the day. So that's what I mean by the management. Oh, I don't have goals. It's not good to keep goals. I try to keep goals like 10 hours, 20 hours for the month, but it limits you. It really limits you. Especially when, like for example today, if I have a daily goal, let's say 5 hour, I would have stopped long ago after CRTD's first trades, or even fuel cell. Let me show you fuel cells trade. Right? I would have stopped actually on the fuel cell, but I didn't, because as long as there are setups and I'm trading logically, and I'm not mentally exhausted, and I'm thinking logically, I will keep trading. But there's a point where you can say to yourself, well, things might have quieted down a bit. Now I need to really just leave it alone and not risk more, because every trade you put out is a risk, isn't it? You see here, where is it? So my entries, exit, entry. This was a mistake, by the way. That should have been exit, partial, but entry. And then yeah, that's a last exit. So that's it. After that, as you can see, it's already chopping anyways. That was a really good exit. So after this, I could have said to myself, well, that's kind of like a good trade with a Novavax trade, and I could have easily said, well, done, dusted, my target's reached. No, it doesn't work. You can do it like that. It just limits you. That's the thing. And Andrew, by the way, Andrew, if you're still here, look at that. The theses. Look at the theses now. I was mentioning maybe even, I don't know, what was it, 6 or 5s? I don't know. I think 6 maybe. There you go. That's your 6 hit, and it's halted. Right. So the entry was at that, according to that thesis, it was 8 right there on the second bounce, rejection of that, even maybe later, you stop over the VWAP. Right now it's halted, which is quite good because you know, that's just a proper sign of weakness. Now, Andrew, remember, you know, I might be like waiting for these kind of decent days. I might take 1 hour, 2 hour, 0.5 hour days, red days, back to back to back, which I have done this week. I think I had 2 or 3 red days this week, but very, very small amounts. But my trading style is completely different to others. Like, they might have a lot of winning days, but their winning days are actually relatively small to their losing days. Mine is completely opposite. My winning days are much much larger compared to my losing days. My average losing day is about 1.5 hour. 1.5 hour. And my average winning days compared to losing is about I think over 4 hour now. Probably, maybe I'll have to check it again. Probably between 3 to 4 hours. So that's how I like to trade. That's how my style is. That's how I'm comfortable with. I don't mind letting things run. Some people can't. So that means they'll have to go with the scalping mentality. Come on, CRTD. Let me go, buddy. Just hit that 4 and I go. There it goes. Come on. Don't be bad. Let's go. Let's go, CRTD. Crazy price action today. Awesome. Awesome. Right. Are there any other questions before I go? Because I can just leave this order, cancel order. Now I could even leave it over 5. Actually, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna tighten it just in case. Just over 5. 507s. Yep, 507s. This is where my stop is. A trailing stop from second entry here, and then trail stop it until it hits 4, which is here, 410s. And yep, that's pretty much it. Okay, guys. Yeah, great day. Awesome day today, guys. This will basically really good start for the next month, which is November. October, don't get me wrong, it hasn't been that great. I'm still green, obviously, but it's like it's been tough. It's tough to trade. It hasn't been easy. That's what I can say. Now, hopefully, with these days, look at the SPY as well. By the way, SPY is washing up. So, is it good enough wash? Now, this is the day that SPY is gonna produce some decent red day, hopefully. So there might be some opportunities on the larger caps, guys. Keep an eye on if SPY tends to continue, because look at the daily, bigger picture. 455 is holding, just let's say high of all-time highs. It fake breakouts all-time high and then starts to trade under it. Now this is the sign of weakness. This could come in with much bigger force now to the downside. So your Apples, your AMDs and your Netflixes and all that jazz. right? And your Teslas, right? No problem. Have a good one, guys. Have a good, lovely weekend. Enjoy your weekends. Take it easy. I will see you back on Monday. Until then, take care of yourselves. Cheers, guys. Have a good one.